right. Let's get ready to motherfucking rumble. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, maybe, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American civil. I am your messenger god, the first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to have kept up with me, you had to see what I posted on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. What are we doing? I don't know. We're going to see what's left over from the freaking, what's still flowing in the energy from the freaking eclipse. I'm fried. I'm still, and they still tried to set me out there. I'm like, dude, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill myself. Like, seriously? Yeah. That moon's coming back for round 2. Seriously? I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. I was up at 3 doing the ceremony. It was beautiful, dude. It was something to see. I'll tell you what, it was beautiful. And then life went on, dude. I was like, gosh, this is the hardest day. I got like almost passed out in my apartment. I was sure it was the fucking cleaning supplies, dude, because I closed the windows because they were open when I got in there and it was a rainy day. And then I put all these cleaning supplies and I fucking almost passed out. I had to lay down on the carpet. I was like, oh God, I'm going to die. Really? I didn't get much sleep. I took a nap today for like an hour. I'm fried. These moons, bro. What happens? It's kind of like you hack into the internet, I suppose, would be the best way, because I'm a signal, or I'm an antenna, and that's full of signals. So I get connected to it and I just get fried. And then all that shit flows through me for the next 15, 20 something days. Really? Oh yeah, dude. It's the best way I can describe it is something like when you go to take an x-ray, or I think they're called like a CAT scan, they make you drink this juice, right? And then you got to wait a while and then they go take pictures. They need the juice to like flow through you. That's what the moon does to me. It's real great. I am the goddess of the moon, so I literally just, juice up off of that shit. All right, let's open the comments and get into it. So I'm just going to check the cards to see what's going on. And then I have my planetary leadership book to maybe give me some leadership skills, or at least give you guys some. Let's see where we are in the crows. All right, I'm assuming that's the star card, which is a sign of hope after a hard time. Now, it's really funny because yesterday's cards went the moon, and then it went to the sun, and now we're in the stars. Really? Yeah. Let's see where we are in the Notoria. Dun, dun, dun. And what I'm pulling right now is not where we are, but where you're going to be, because I'm like fucking planets away from you. I'm at the moon. What is that one? The 3 of Wands. Okay, then. And then just to throw it all off, we're going to throw a Metatron card. Realistically, yeah, it'll all come together at the end, including that damn book. Where are we at? Endings. Really? I like it. I really like it. Let me just kind of, if I was one of these stupid tarot readers and all I did was look at pictures, let's just look at the picture here. Picture me rolling his husband. Oh, broadcast from the lowest pits. All right. I mean, it just says my whole life right there. Realistically, can I just log off now? Really? Yeah. It's over, dude. My struggles are over. My dark night of the soul, the whole documentary, the whole awakening, it's over. Now I'm just an awoken soul on my purpose. That starts a whole new chapter of how you know what I mean? I wouldn't even call it a bounce back. Build the freaking kingdom, I suppose. It's already built. On my tears and suffering. All right, let's go into this. Let's start with the crows. Bink. That one? Yes. Oh, we are in Italiano. How about not? Did you know that if you know Spanish, just basic raw Spanish, you can understand Italian to a certain extent? Really? I do. All right, let's see here. We went through the tower, so now we're at the star. You have followed the birds through the plains of dust and drear, onwards forever, and just as your faith threatens to crumble, the smoke clears, and she is here, and she is there. The Lady of Peace beckons you to. Oh, yeah. Did I show you guys that? I didn't show it. I posted it, but I didn't show it. Where is it? I got Lady Liberty, bro. I went to grab some change out of my pocket, and I was like, something's different. Can I show you something? I feel special. Why? Because they just started making these fucking in January, and I've got one in February. Can you see that? Lady Liberty. Really? Mm-hmm. I saw it. I was like, what the fuck is in my pocket? Really? When I saw that? There you go. Really? Mm-hmm. I just had to point that out. Why? It's freedom. I'm going to put her over here. She's brand new. She hasn't even been in circulation. Seriously? It's cool. I think so. Do you collect coins? No. I'm sure there's somebody that does, though. I'm just giving them to the gods, to be honest. Realistically, yeah. All right, moving on. The Lady of Peace beckons you to her pool. She raises the golden chalice before her in ancient rituals of restoration. Lay down your burdens here. I have the strength to carry them. Give me your grief and bathe in my pool. Stop. It's the same thing as what Jesus said. It's the same thing I've been harking at you for the last couple days. It's like, I mean, I'm always going to squawk this shit at you, and that's just literally to break you free of the bullshit. Really? Mm-hmm. What is broken can be mended. What is hurt can be washed clean and restored. You imagine yourself entering the waters and accepting incredible bliss. Keywords: the return of hope, healing, a need to clear energy. I've been going through all that. It's almost hard to believe, but it's not, because I knew that this day was coming. It's like it's all like almost a memory, but it's not. It was the most crazy years. I say that because I don't have the memories, but as I pull up these memories, I'm like, dude, that's crazy. It's just crazy to me. The whole situation. It's historical. It's historical. When I put the story together, and then plus the music and all the little add-in clips and myself, the fucking documentary is going to be so fucking bodacious. You're going to love it. But it was really, I mean, it's not just a movie to tell. It really was my life. It's crazy because it was just one day at a time. That's all I was taking. I could not see past one day, and I never go past one day at a time. That was the huge training, is to stay in the present. It was just crazy that it all ended up back here. There was times that I was so far away from home that I never thought I'd make it home. And I didn't even know if Denver would ever be my home again. Really? Yeah, no, I forgot to turn it on. So the endings, that's what it's talking about, is, you know what I mean? You guys, if you want something new, you have to end something. I'm so sorry. There's just no way. And if you're waiting for someone else to do it, then you're, say this kindly, not in control. I was going to say something mean. Say it kindly. Say it kindly. Really? Hope. Hope. You have to have hope and faith in something outside of yourself. Really? All the magic I teach you, I show you there's something out there. If I don't show you God, I mean, I do show you God, but definitely show you there's something out there. There's something out there. Not the stuff you're scared of as I'm out there in the middle of the night doing all kinds of weird shit. Realistically, yeah. Just want to point out, where were all you earth angels and star seeds and fucking, you know what I mean? Believers of the prophecies and all that at fucking 4:00 in the morning. Just saying, pointing it out. Shit. Moving on, number 38. God of virtues. Here you are. What's your name? Hamia. God who brings hope to the children of earth. Is that really it? Yep. We're full of hope. Really? Yes, hope. I'm not going to do the invocation. Hamia inspires us through his energy to turn life into a ritual. Observing such a possible... Two of my twin flames were up at that time. Wolfman was up watching the sun rise as I was watching the moon. And then fucking Lewis wanted to pop up and be all sweaty and look at me. Look at you, Lewis. You're late. You're late to the party. What were you doing? All curled up with Kim Kardashian. You do realize, Lewis, I swear, I promise. It has nothing to do with unforgiveness. It has to do with integrity. You are no longer welcome in the presence of the goddess. I just want you to understand that. This retrograde fucked you for life. This retrograde probably fucked a lot of people for life. Really, you really showed your true colors, and you ain't black at all. You should not be proud of any of the things you're doing right now. And I can't wait till you get in a car and end up in a fucking wheelchair, fucking rolling your wheels for the rest of your life, because that's all you wanted to do. You fucking douchebag. Seriously, I want to remind you, it's all love, but as Russ's song says, I fuck with you from a distance, meaning you're just a teaching tool to not be like this guy. Kanye is welcome, but not Lewis. Lewis is no longer welcome in my kingdom. For the rest of his life, as he walks this fucking world all alone, he is no longer welcome in my fucking presence. There will be a day I probably let Russ in, but not Lewis. Lewis is crossed into the darkness, and he does it with a smile, and he's so proud of his disgustingness. You have sunk lower than fucking Bobby. Realistically, seriously, anybody that sinks that low, Kardashian low, has no fucking morals, no integrity, no fucking scruples, no fucking spine. You are so plastic. Fiberglass is what I heard. That makes sense, because that's what your Ferrari is made of. Really? Very breakable. I just want to point that out. Really? I'm serious. It has nothing to do with unforgiveness. It has to do with an energetic code that this douche doesn't carry. Realistically, dude, don't come to me when the world is on fire. Don't come to me. You'll be pushed away. Don't even set yourself up. Know this for the rest of your life, that you are unworthy. That you are unworthy by your decisions. You shall reap what you sow for the rest of this life. Really? Some things, bro, and it's not about forgiveness. It's all love. Just stay over there. You can eat, but not at our table. Not never at our table. Not never, ever, ever. Really? You, my friend, are casted out into the damnations. Really? May God be with you. Goddess is not here with you. Not at all. Not at all. And I want to go back to Nicki Minaj. Remember when Pac said to stop fucking with Nicki? Way back when, bro. He told us when he was anybody that touched Russ. This is what it was said. Anybody that collaborated with Russ was an absolute blackball. You do not fuck with him. I just want to point out that after Russ showed up at Kanye's show out in fucking France, that's when Kanye fell even twice as hard. Lucifer, you and your shit ass fucking energy. Realistically, I don't fuck with anybody. And that's what happened to Big Sean. He got fucking fucked off. Next thing you know, he's got a divorce and he's running into the temptations and he's in the dark night of the soul and he's going to be an inner child just like the rest of them. He showed up at Nicki Minaj's show, and from that day forward, we never listened to Nicki Minaj again. That was over maybe a year ago, and now look at where we are. Does anybody regret that decision? No. We were never to know what was to come, but we're supposed to see little signs that make a bitch wonder. I don't wonder why we call you bitch. I never wonder when God says walk away from a motherfucker. He told us that over a year ago, to walk away from this cuntass. And she is such a cuntass. Anybody that's that far up President Trump's ass is a cunt ass. That's a fucking cunt ass. Realistically, oh boy. But realistically, look at it, there was too much building up to that. I just want to point this out. When they say no, it means no forever. Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever, ever, ever. That means you. That means you, Lewis Hamilton. You are on that list of never, ever. Never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever, bitch. Not never, ever, ever. You're right there with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Not never, ever, ever. And unless Kanye can redeem Kim, not ever, ever, nor her children. That's not true. I have to cover fucking Northwest. The rest of them, I don't give a fuck. Let them burn. Really? No, I have an allegiance to that particular soul. The rest of you, burn, baby, burn. 35 years. God said doom and gloom. I didn't want to put it on, but I'm gonna watch it. We're all here to bear witness to it. I'm videotaping it for the future. Realistically, yup. This bitch ass. Help a nigga out. You ain't a nigga. Get out of my face, nigga. You ain't my fucking nigga. Fucking bitch ass. Fucking bitch ass. When it all comes, when the Hollywood squares start coming down, bro, where are you gonna run to? The hills have eyes, bitch. The hills have eyes, bitch. Shit. You filth. What a filth person. When a person really shows you, and that's what DMX said, bro, trust a motherfucker to show you who he is. Damn. Damn. Damn, Gina. Really? Moving on. Really? Hey, we have room for a more honorable person in our kingdom of heaven. I'm just saying. He literally got kicked the fuck out. Realistically, I'm not covering this bitch. I am not vouching for this bitch. He's got to find his own way through heaven, so that means he's not coming with us. He's got to find his own way. There's plenty of ways, I guess. Jesus is the way. I'm sure Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton praise Jesus. I'm sure that they pray to Jesus. Moving on. What are you talking about, God? I just had to point that out. He inspires us through this energy to turn life into a ritual, observing as much as possible. A mortal eye notices how it is intrinsically united in a eternal ceremony work of art. Well, that's it. You know, there's a lot of people that pretend, but they're not. I really am. I really am the high priestess. I'm really praising the moon. I'm praising the gods. I'm doing this 24/7. It's not like a let me put my hat on thing. No, I do this all the time. Everything I do is in praise and ritual. It acts to, God. And we are the artists. This process is possible only if we ignite and make three potent energies work together: understanding, love, and will. Well, according to Jesus, you need understanding, forgiveness, and kindness. So that's the same thing. If this does not happen, we may blindly trust false prophets, accept the outdated and static religious dogmas, or exclude any spiritual component from our lives. Well, I spoke of that yesterday in our religious studies. It's like, if you don't let in other people, and I'm not talking Lewis Hamilton, I'm talking about, groups and stuff. If you're segregated, you know what I mean? Then, and you don't allow for diversity, then yeah, this is you. Three of Wands, Venus, Libra, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Libra is all about balance and justice, and it's ruled by Venus, who is what? The morning star. Who is what? Lucifer. And the devil shall reign, is what they said. God, that doesn't look like rain, bro. He is pissing on everyone right now. They are dancing in this shit, bro. You guys smell like R. Kelly sheets. You smell like a fucking Depends diaper. It depends if you're old enough. You might be wearing Pampers. You get no loves. You having fun, Marshall, while you're burning in hell over there? Fucking hellions. Anyways, moving on. End of that. It's the end. It's the end of the world as you know it. Let me get my guidebook. Let me guide you through God's book. Shall we pull out the book of Revelations? Which book is he going to tell us about your judgment today? Oh, that would be the Libra card. What's wrong with you? Nothing. I'm Lilith. I'm the queen of hell. We're in hell. The days have started. The timer has started. They're starting to cook the flesh. And I'm just here waiting for it so I can have a piece when it's done. It's a kebab. Is that Jewish? Sounds Hebrew. It might be like Hebrew. I'm feeling very creative. Where is all this coming from? This fucking moon. That's what happens. I should write a song and dance. Get a Grammy for all the guys that can't. No, I already do. And I didn't even have to work 40 years at it like you. All right, you are held. Drawing this card is about an ending for you now. Thank you. It's over. Which means everything, 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 everything. You know you have reached the end of the road when you have nothing left to give. No more energy. That's what they said in the 10-day energy, is that the fucking tree was barren. Really? You bear no fruit. All right, anyways, when you have nothing left to give, no more energy to fight, no desire for a turnaround in present day fortunes. Just the need for a clean break from the past or whatever no longer serves you. Hey, in case you didn't know, that's what I say every day. Really, if I had a body to put into a grave, which you will not because the body sends with me, on my gravestone, wherever you put this, on whatever plaque you put in my name, make sure you put leave that no longer serves you. That's the only thing I'm supposed to say. That's my own sermon. Really? That's all I'm supposed to say out here. Jesus had a bunch of words. All I got to say is that all day. What you face with this, with the ending now presented in your life, is a path to freedom. Yet it feels daunting, an uncharted territory about which you have no understanding. It feels safer to stay with what you know. The jetty out of the sea, excuse me, out to the sea on this card offers you an interesting vista, but you would like to turn around and go back rather than jump into the new. Not me. Really? Hey, I'm gonna sail that way. Really? That's just how I go. I'm just that. I can't even say it's Sagittarius because the Sagittarius must have been the Lilith. Metatron asks you to look again to see whether the ending is your choice or whether it has been thrust upon you, as there is no real way back anymore. I told you, you can't go back to what was. There can either be something new or nothing. The energy has shifted and moved on, and so must you. It may have to do with any area of your life: relationships, jobs, residence, health, life stage. We face many endings in life. The lesson is knowing how to adapt to the change and yield when necessary. It takes time, a little time, but you'll know the answer, and then it is, excuse me, and that is to begin again. The only option in life when something ends. I had to end everything. Nothing really ended, and they keep trying to hold on, especially call it a Mercury retrograde. As soon as you try to end something, it tries to come back, and that's the discipline you need to, enforce your new way of life. But I had to end everything. I keep having endings so that I can have new beginnings. But yeah, all of this is over. It's going to be a foggy memory. It'll just be videos. Really? It's crazy. It ended nicely. It ended smoothly. Really? It was a smooth ending. But geez, was this one hell of a ride. For now, you're not supposed to have all the answers. You were asked to put your hands in Metatron. Is this it? Yeah. In Metatrons and realize that the ending is a blessing in disguise. It may not feel like it now, but you will grow from it and learn from it, and ultimately, it'll make you stronger. Put aside your doubts and fears. It is understandable that you feel real, that they feel real to you now, but they are only an illusion, keeping you imprisoned where you are with no compass to steer you forward. That's funny. I pulled out my compass from over there the other day too. I couldn't even think of the word. What did I say? Jesus is your compass. God is your compass. It's your heart. I don't have any fears. It hasn't really sunk in. I don't have any fears. No. Mm-mm. Everything I need was, I mean, I'm not like going somewhere far, far away. It's a new neighborhood for sure. It's an upper neighborhood for sure, for sure. So, I mean, but everything, I'm not like, I don't know. I was going to try to move far, far away and I didn't, and that's good. I didn't move too far away. Walk the bridge and you do so with Metatron at your side. The sunset in the evening sky telling you that the day is closing and even beckons. Evening beckons. It's time. There will be a new day, and after the darkness, the sun will come back again. This is an eternal divine promise to you. Enter the waters of change and like a life flow. All the support of the angelic realm will keep you buoyant and flowing to where you, I'm getting a download, where you next need to be. There's many people that are about to take this jump that have been watching me for 3 years that are actually going to do it. The gates are opening right now, and that's what we pulled was the Three of Wands. It's the 3-3 portal. It's also just a big jump. People are taking this jump, and not just because of me, but the ones that have been watching me know it's safe. They watched me swim through some crazy waters, but they saw just this, all the support from God, the angelic realm. They saw the doors open. They saw me go into just nothing but feelings, and they saw doors open everywhere I went. If you're not that person that's seen it, you will see it. But if you're being called, you don't need to see my story to start your own. I promise you, it was one day at a time, and I never knew where I was going next. When I got here, I didn't feel safe for months. I kept saying, if God says in the middle of the night, we got to go, then we got to go. I kept telling them forever because that's how I was so used to him working. I was like, you don't understand. I said that to anybody that was going to come in my life because I was so sure he would just keep moving me. He had done it so much. There was no, it's like you're falling forever. As soon as you think you're going to land, you didn't. You just took a pit stop. Endings are necessary. Otherwise, life cannot bring in the new. Nature understands this. The sun and the moon knowing when to rise and when to fall. And you know that for now, an ending is needed, but the new beginning will follow. I don't know where I am in an ending on page 107, I guess. I mean, I told you like everything already ended as far as like my twin flames, my everything has ended. But that ended. I'm just in the beginning now. Really? I'm in the beginning phase. I went through the ending for a long time. Really? Be like the birds in the sky who know when the season has changed and migrate to a different place is needed. This is the way of all, and you are urged to look at what is ending in your life now and fly free to the next opportunity or life stage that is offered. All is well. Hey, bro, that's that hope card. That's all of it. You got to jump in blind faith and know that it's going to work out. And you got to give yourself that knowing. You can feel it in your heart, but your mind gets weary. You got to start speaking good shit to your mind, which means out your mouth. You have to talk over your thoughts. And when your thoughts are going crazy and they're like, I'm super scared, say, I understand that we're scared, but we have to be brave. Be understanding to your feelings. Don't ignore them because they just get louder. The voice in your head starts screaming louder the closer you get to being braver. But you have to get your brain to trust you, to trust the heart. And by doing that, you have the conversation from your heart with your mouth to your brain. You become the in between your thoughts. And that's really what it is. When your thoughts are rampant, you call somebody. You're like, hey, I was thinking that I don't know. And, you're always looking outside of yourself for some guidance. So you search in your heart or you search in your Bible or you search in your cards, right? As I've taught you how to do this, you find your answer and you speak it out. You speak it out. You read out loud to your brain. This is my answer. Really? You have to learn to speak over your thoughts because otherwise your thoughts will walk over your reality. I'm hopeful for whoever you are because I always believe there's people, this isn't just for me. It's hard. You know what I mean? Again, I told you my daughter's facing this. She just has to make it won't come through. And that's how God works. God won't give her an idea until she closes this. And I have to tell her this myself. I'll send her this video. She's sitting around without a job. She can watch the fucking video. She has to quit the job. She has to show God she's serious. She has to give it up, surrender the job. And then, not right away, then God will give her an idea. He's not giving her an idea because she's still holding on to an idea, which is I could go back to this job. You literally have to seal the deal for him to, you know what I mean? For the universe, you shut the door and the universe knows. But it takes time, guys. Sometimes they know they're waiting for you to shut that door and they're going to immediately open a door. But sometimes you weren't even like me. I completely switched direction. So they had to stop what they were doing and build a whole new direction for me. They had to build a new path. I said, I'm not going down this path. I'm going this way. So it's one brick at a time. Whereas sometimes there's a whole door, you know it, it's right there. They've offered you a job. They've offered you a job and you can find housing and all of this shit. And all that's what I mean is there's a full door open. Some of you know, you just know you got to close this door and you have no fucking idea what you're going to do when you close this door. When you close it, hey, shh, bring it down a little. When you close it, then you'll get the answer. And it might take a minute because you're going to have to, you know what I mean? You're going to have to stand in front of that door feeling sad. Really, when you close a door, you don't walk away from it immediately. You stand in front of it really sad, which is the grieving process. When you're ready to walk away from the door, that's when you'll know where you're going. Really? And that's where a lot of people are stuck, especially right now for the 10 days. You're stuck in sadness and nostalgia because you're looking back at what could have been. There's nothing behind that door, bro. You're making it up in your head again. You're like, no, it could work. It never worked. How many times did you try to make this relationship work? How many weeks did you go to work and you didn't have a good day? Quit playing around, bro. You're trying to make it work in your head, but your heart knows it's not. And you don't want to be a bad guy, and you don't want to let people down, and you don't want to look like a failure, and you definitely don't want to be asked out with nothing. But what the fuck are you going to take down that fucking, you know what I mean? If you're sailing away, what are you taking with you? You're going to take your furniture. You're going to take your clothes. You're going to take all your momentums. You're going to take all your statues. You're going to take everything. We're sailing to the new land. We're leaving fucking Europe and we're going to America, the free land. You're not taking any of that shit. And if you really want to talk about heaven, you're really not taking none of that shit. Not even the clothes on your back. Really? And Jesus said it to the 12 apostles. Do not take with you not no money bag, not two sandals, not two tunics. You go out there and he'll provide you with a change of clothes. He'll give you money. He'll give you food. He'll take care of you. He won't. He will. He'll show you where to go. He'll show you how to provide for yourself. For someone like me that's extremely resourceful, that's what I mean. You become you have this sense of ingenuity that, you know, it becomes a genius where your problem solving skills are like beyond because you just are resourceful. You can come up with great ideas how to, you know what I mean, survive without doing what other people do. And it's not being like I'm too proud to fucking work. It's about I'm trying to go through this and I hope to come back with a better, you know, job than the jobs I've been doing. You're going to have a life purpose when it's done. You're not just looking for a job. You're not looking for happiness. You're looking for wholeness. That's what you don't know. Happiness and joy and all that happens once you find wholeness. You're seeking wholeness. If I could tell you what it is that's calling you, you're reclaiming your parts. You're becoming whole again. But right now you're pretty shattered. Some of the biggest things is, you know what I mean? You got this job you took this job in a low vibration. You were in a different mindset when you took this job and now you don't think that way and that's okay. That should be right. You shouldn't be thinking the same way for 50 years of your life. That means you have no brain waves that evolved. Really? Nothing new went in that bitch. So, you know, stuff like that. I encourage this. This is what Lilith stands for. I'm the fuck around and find out energy. But no wrong can come from taking the life adventure to wholeness. You're lacking. You're not even sure what it is. You just know what's making you unhappy. And that's all you can start with is eliminating it. You know what I mean? When you moved into this place, this was all you wanted, but now you want more. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not about being ungrateful. It's about outgrowing outdated, you know, beliefs, patterns, places, people, and things. Really? It's upgrading, bro. in its most simplistic form. And it starts with a lot of, just little bitty changes in your day to day. You know what I mean? Changing just your behaviors from day to day. Spending more time doing this instead of, and less time doing that, because nothing good comes from that. If I sit down and I watch a movie, something really good comes from it. I learn something. I'm educated. I don't just watch bullshit. I learn a lot. I get to dive into something. Something good happens when I sit down and I watch a movie. You know what I mean? If I'm sitting down on the internet, I'm learning stuff. But I don't just sit there all day just scrolling and shit like that. You know what I mean? If I watch a video, I'm learning something. So I don't put what we talked about is where you put your attention. You know what I mean? You're at a job that doesn't challenge you, that's not exciting, that doesn't even feel good to the skin, that's just monotonous, and you'd rather do something. You don't know what it is, you just don't want to fucking keep doing this. Well, just tell the universe that. Tell your job first, and then go tell your friends, you know, and God heard all that, and then you start saying, well, what are you going to do? God's going to show me what to do next. You tell God what to do. Instead of saying, I'm going to figure it out, no, you say, God's going to show me. And that puts the angelic realm on radar, and they have to provide. You have to call upon them. They can't just push their way in there. It's your free will to go out and do whatever the fuck you want. But when you're tired of doing that and you need some help, they're there. They're always there trying to provide help, but God doesn't let them push. Really? No. And that's the same thing with the darkness. They're always there trying to, you know what I mean? Trying to encourage you to give in to, what makes you feel good. To them, it makes you feel good. They don't see no harm in it. I mean, they do, but they don't. Realistically, everybody gives into what feels good. So to them, it's like, here, this will make you feel better. Have a drink. That was a bad fight. Have a drink. Just get sloshed tonight. They're trying to help in some kind of fucked up sense. You call it the devil, but they're just trying to help. You're fucking up my life, as I say to Puck. Puck, you're not very much help right now, my friend. They're good. It's good if it's you. It's good to be at the end and start something new if that's you. It's not if you're not going to end this though. You know what I mean? Like fucking Lewis. He's got a whole season of fucking crashing cars and fucking failed fucking dreams. I'm like, that's not a good year for you. Neither was the last. You haven't had a good year since I saw God come into your life in 2021. When He came into all of our lives and woke us up. What's funny is it was supposed to we all woke up, but I'm the only person that woke up. I guess they're still dead asleep. It was the grand awakening, but I'm the only one awake. Really? You're gonna see lots of it, and you want to just take a human being and shake the shit out of them. You're like, do you not see yourself, Kanye West? Do you not see yourself, Russ Vitale? Do you not see yourself, Eminem? No, they have no self-awareness. They're all outside of themselves. They're too busy looking at other people to even take a chance to look at themselves. And then when they do, they stand in front of their mirror and tell themselves great things of who they are and how powerful, and then they walk out in that ego. And this is who we got. What do we got? Surrogate mothers, fundamental rights, and ecological concerns. How about not? Let's just go back to where we were. Oh, transcendence. Oh yeah, we were going to talk about one's ego structure. We did. We were going to talk about transcendence. All right, what is transcendence? Me, someone that transcended the conscious mind. This has always been a subject dear to my heart. This training had to do with learning to help those on the inner plane who had been persecuted and what is this? I can't say it. Concentration camps. There we go. This, of course, brings up strong emotions for everyone. Well, do we want to talk about the persecution of the Jews? Why did the Jews get persecuted so bad? Who killed Jesus? You're not allowed to say that. I'm allowed to say whatever the fuck I want in my fucking channel. The fuck out of here. It's fucking truth. It's the whole fucking truth. They thought they were the chosen, and they acted like they were better than all of fucking mankind. So mankind treated them the worst. I'm just quiet. I'm just quiet. The very ones that are waiting for the Messiah missed him, bro. They hung him. They fucking hung him. I'm sorry. Let me just not even get into this because it's just gonna on page 7. The lesson here was to be able to have compassion, to be detached, to deal with the atrocities, and to have transcendence. Helping the perpetrators of these atrocities was also important. Yes, even the Nazis who committed these unspeakable crimes. A spiritual leader must learn to love his enemy. Bro, let's just stop there. What the fuck do you think a military teaches these people? Unspeakable crimes against humanity. We train them as combat killers. What are we training them to kill? Animals? No, human beings of any race, gender, and outside, foreign or domestic. We train them. My daughter's in ROTC. She's already learning how to kill, or at least how to dress herself for the killing. Really? Every military is built on this. Nobody wants to talk about all the people Americans have gone and killed. We don't want to talk about all this, that's what a military is. They're regular people trained to go take lives of other people. Am I the only one that sees this? So where's the compassion? Where's the understanding? Where's the forgiveness? Where's the sadness? Where is all this? No, they were only supposed to kill the bad guys. Who's a bad guy? How did they become a bad guy? Is it a bad guy, or is it just a person that works for the military and now they're your enemy? The whole country becomes our enemy, and now we're just killing anybody in the country. And that goes for every country when we go to war. And we're currently in, the Third World War. I just want to point this out. You guys want to hold the fucking Nazis to the fucking fire? What the fuck are you talking about? What happened with the fucking Japan? What happened with the fucking America? What happened with all of you? Shut the fuck up. Pearl Harbor. All of it. It's all about, the lives lost. That was the intention. The intention is to take life. Jesus Christ. How stupid are you? Sorry. Even the Nazis who committed those unspeakable crimes, the spiritual leader must learn to love his enemies. As Christ said, one can hate only the act or behavior to separate between evil and the Son of God, who consciously or unconsciously chooses to do this. Hear it? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Say it again, Christ. One can only hate the act or the behavior to separate between the evil and the Son of God, who consciously or unconsciously chose to do this. What does that mean? Full understanding. And that's why I watch documentaries on these type of people. What type of people? All kinds of people. I want to understand. I give them forgiveness because I have understanding. This wasn't a bad person. This is nature and nurture that developed these twisted thoughts that became these, what you call, evil deeds. Really? And that's what it is. The Son of God who either did it knowingly or unknowingly. The number of people on this planet who truly operate out of transcendent psychology is small, and it is mind-boggling. Most light workers operate to a great extent out of duality, and that's where you had to leave it. And that's where I stand at justice. You can't be on sides. I told that to Royce and Logic. The only way you're going to break our karma in this life is to not choose sides. You stand neutral. You're not on either side. You're on the side that preserves life. If you follow, and you already did, you punk ass Logic didn't. Did you, Logic? Were you running around fucking betting on fucking Kendrick and Drake? We know who fucking Royce did, you fucking cocksucker. Got a little something on your lip there, buddy. Realistically, yup. And that's where it is. You shouldn't have took sides. You should have seen this as wrong all the way around. All the way around. I don't give a fuck. I never listened to the song not once. They played it over and over and over and over, and every time I turned that shit off. I'm not putting that hate crime in my ears because he wants to be better than a motherfucker. Shut up. And that's why I don't listen to Eminem anymore either. That's why I don't listen to motherfuckers that want to put motherfuckers down to be fucking higher and mightier. Really? No. I'm bigger than that. Actually, I'm just the one putting you all down. I'm just saying. Most light workers operate in to a great extent out of duality, being caught in profit or loss, pleasure or pain, victory or defeat, sickness or health. And that's what it is. It's just. And that's what's happening right now. The Libra, the scales, the balance, the judgment, it's what's right. I can't say that, you know what I mean? As I see these kids and I see these things happening to these people, I don't get in between it. Why? Because God has ordained that this is what is right. Even if my eyes don't understand what is right. Really? Oh yeah. There's no fucking devil out there punishing fucking innocent people. That's God. Or as he said, he unleashed the darkness for these days. He's done it. And they will fucking cry out. It said it. Everyone will cry out. Where is their God? Where is their God? You have forsaken me. No, you've forsaken God. And therefore you shall burn in the eternal damnation, bro, for all of us to see. I told you it's a fucking barbecue. Really? It's a cabal. Do you like veggies on yours? They function from their emotional bodies without the ability to remain balanced in all circumstances. Transcending duality is the conscious of the God self. One example of duality is found in many of our modern day police forces. Because officers often become polarized from the criminals, they feel inclined to lie, plant evidence, or physically abuse prisoners. Police see themselves as good and criminals as bad. But in truth, criminals aren't bad. For how can a son or daughter of God be bad? Told you. They are unconscious souls who are in need of training, education, and redemption. These officers are not acting from transcendent love, not practicing innocent perception, and not seeing Christ in every person they incarcerate. And that's what it is like God will show me all the time. He'll even put you in a baby form in front of me before I act out. I'm seeing Diana. Why didn't I flip out on Diana? Why didn't I let Diana have it? Because she's hurt. She may be a liar and a cheat and a terrible mother and a drug addict and all these things, but she's still God's child. And she just needs someone to teach her. And when I was going to be there and really teach, I wasn't going to teach her. I was going to humiliate her. And God said, don't. The lady downstairs, the security lady, she's still afraid to check my purse because that guy irritated me. And I told him I was going to put a dildo in my purse and cover it in chocolate and make him manhandle it. So she knew, they know I'm serious, so they thought I'd really do it to any of them, and they're afraid to check my purse, that I'll humiliate them. And Jesus said, don't. You can go out there and run around with a dildo and have all kinds of funs and laughs, but don't do it to hurt somebody. Instead, they are angry, caught in duality. That is why there is often a fine line between police and criminals. It causes them to be as run by negative egos as criminals, except they are playing the top dog role and the criminals are the underdog. Transcendence has to do with letting go of both sides of negative ego coin and seeing God in all. Even when appearances tell us differently. And that's where you see these people and you see them as, that's what I said. The people that God calls me to are the criminals, the drug dealers, the prostitutes, the fucking alcoholics, the drug addicts, the fucking, you know what I mean, the pedophiles. I call you a pedophile if you've been fucking around with girls that are too young for you, or any child too young for you. All of them. These are children of God. And that's what I said when it came to the pedophiles. There's something, God didn't make them like that, and we can fix them. It's like, damn, you have a fucked up fucking, savior's complex. It comes from my savior Christ. Really? And I know where all things come from, which is your goofy ass thoughts. Call it fucking brain control. Really? So that was transcendence, not being on one side, one polarity or other, good and evil. That's the start of it. You believe in evil? I can't fuck with you. You believe in the devil? I can't fuck with you. There's no such thing, bro. There's God. All things are made of God and all things are good. It just doesn't always feel good. We can't see the goodness in what God is doing because it all feels bad right now. But these are the dark days. And, fuck. Since the beginning of time, man had asked God for a new beginning. To end this, to end their suffering. Well, here we are in the ending. And it's going to go out with, a very big bang. They prayed. Generations of people prayed for this ending so that the new beginning could happen and nobody else would suffer. You're going to have to make it through the ending if you think you're going to, get to that place of no suffering. And that's just karma. Anybody that was incarnated in these days, if you weren't an earth angel, and even that, you're here to clean it up. You're here part of the karmic cleanup. God's destroying everything, and those of us of the light are here to rebuild it. But we're not, It hurts, and that's what I said. I didn't expect this to be so painful to watch. It's painful, bro. To watch these children especially. I think that's, Lilith, always having that affinity to children and not being able to have, and being the goddess of children, that looks over children, and that's painful. That's when I fucking fuck your parents. They failed you. I look at it, it's hard because I'm dealing with, 20, 30, 40, 50. There's some 60-year-olds on my, maybe I can get you, but fuck you. What if I can't? You're just going to, you're making the new generation's lives hell. You can't, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. This is old. You that are 20 are about to be 30. You that are 30 are going on. It's going to happen. We're here for 35 years. Do I want to waste 35 years on you guys or the new generation so that they have what it takes? Because you don't have what it takes. Do I want to try to awaken what it takes in you or just keep what it takes awaken in them? Because they're born with it. These children are untouched until you fuck up their lives. Till they go out into your world, which is your 20-year-old world, your 30, your 40. You guys are the ones that make their world. They deserve a better world. So the idea is what? The idea is what? Try to fucking make Kim and Kanye better people so they could raise better children? Or let Kim and Kanye die and go try to raise Kim and Kanye's children as better people? Do we just skip these generations and go to the next? Because that's what we're trying to do, is go to the next generations of beings. We're trying to evolve into light beings, to have to have heaven on earth instead of hell forever and all eternity, which it has been. As I say this, I see Bobby, it's like the rest of you. You're very content with your suffering. Fine. Work a shit job, 60 hours a week, have no ambitions, eat the same food, fucking never do anything with your fucking life and die. Fine. But don't put that fucking reality on the next generation. Don't expect them to live like you. Don't expect them to sacrifice themselves for a fucking paycheck like you do. to sacrifice themselves for peer pressure or pride amongst the people. Don't you dare try to put that on the next generation, that they're going to be fucking hard workers like you. Slave workers to the industry, consumers. Fucking matrix, fucking computer-based nobodies. I hope to inspire the generations that are here, but I'm here for the next generations. You're cursed seeds. If you don't choose to take the curse off, then you die cursed. Your whole bloodline goes cursed. The next generation of starseeds that are being born have the ability that you seem not to harness, which is the ability to break the family curses, the ability to be the black sheep in a family and walk away from karmic lifestyles, to go against the grain. And it doesn't mean become the first millionaire or the first motherfucker to go to fucking high school or college. High school did what for you? High school did what for you? When do you ever pull out that fucking high school diploma and say, look, Ma, I made it? Well, let's talk about these college fucking degrees that have gotten you so fucking far in life that has made you just a fucking prick. You make good money, huh? And what do you do with that good money? Are you a good fucking person? Do you have a good skill out here that you do for you can use to help people? Or you charge buttloads? You're a fucking plastic surgeon. You're a fucking dentist. You're a fucking lawyer that nobody can fucking afford. All because you went to school, right? Shut up, bro. You and your fucking Beamer, your fucking electric car, your fucking matcha fucking Starbucks. No, bro, not the next generation. Hell no, bro. You're not fucking another generation like this. Another generation of fucking slave workers that start fucking teenage fucking, teenage workers. Fucking literal child labor, bro. You get them their first fucking, at 18, you kick them out, you make them get jobs, you make them go to school, you make them fucking adults. They have to fucking start paying fucking bills and paying all this. They have no fucking food. They have no fucking, they become you. They get their first job and now they're there for fucking 40 fucking years. They lose all fucking life because their parents had no life. And their parents' friends have no life. Everybody is just a hard worker. They just work to keep the system going. You live on earth to pay bills. Not I, not the Holy Spirit. We don't live here to pay bills. Live on this. What did Jesus say? Live here, but not be of it. I live on this planet too, but I'm not here to pay your fucking bills and make somebody else fucking rich and happy. I'm not doing none of that shit. Hi, my name is Lilith. I'm building a fucking army of rebellion against this bullshit. We're breaking the matrix called your fucking world. God and the fucking entire universe is on my side with this. Or more or less, I should say, I'm on their side with this. It was their plan. I just have a cool part in it that I get to play. I don't know what part you're playing in this, or if you even realize that it's not a game and that it really is what it is. But you might want to seize the opportunity to live your life before you lose it. The next generation isn't going to lose their divinity for coins. You're all a bunch of Judas. You gave up love. You gave up creativity. You gave up happiness. You gave up friendships. You gave up your children. You gave up family. You have no time for your parents. You have no time for anything. You sold out God for coins, you guys, a fucking paycheck. You have no time for your children because you got to work. You have no time for your friends. You have no time for church. You have no time for, any family, any kind of rituals, any kind of vacations, any kind of adventure. You have no time for life. You're a Judas, bro. You gave up all of your life for a fucking paycheck to pay bills, to take pictures on the internet and show people the food you eat and the clothes you wear. What new car you're driving next, right, Lucifer? What'd you buy yourself this year, Russ? What new car did you come out with? What is it to gain the whole wide world but lose your soul. I'd rather have nothing and be a free spirit out here than be like you and have no soul, just a plant worker. You're a plant worker. You're a working ant, making some corporation or some business or somebody else's life great, but not yours. Think about it. I gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow. Mercury and all that. I hope that somebody quits their life and finds a new life in God. That's all I ever hope for. I'm gonna put that. Quit your life and find a life in God. Love yous. Laters. Bye bye now.